There was a man who believed that only big achievements mattered. He looked at the world and saw people celebrated for great success, large platforms, and visible accomplishments. He thought that value only came from things that impressed others. Because of this belief, he often ignored the small parts of his life. He rushed through ordinary days. He overlooked simple kindness. He dismissed the quiet effort. He believed that unless something was big, it had no meaning. His name was Daniel, and he lived a normal life. He worked at a small shop, helped his family when he could, and spent most evenings thinking about the future. He dreamed of doing something important, something that would make people notice him. He wanted recognition, respect, and impact. But while he waited for that moment, he often felt disappointed. He thought that his current life was too small to matter. One morning, he walked to work earlier than usual. The street was calm, and the air felt fresh. As he passed by a small house, he saw an elderly woman slowly watering her plants. She moved gently and carefully, making sure each plant received attention. Daniel watched her for a moment. It seemed ordinary. Nothing about it looked impressive. He almost walked away, but something made him pause. The woman finished watering, looked at the plants, and smiled quietly. It was a simple smile, but it held peace. Daniel continued walking, but the image stayed with him. He began to think about how often small actions go unnoticed. He realized that the woman's effort would never appear in headlines, but it still created beauty. Her plants would grow. Her yard would brighten. Her simple care mattered, even if no one praised it. This thought was new to him. That day, he noticed other small things. A father holding his child's hand while crossing the street. A worker sweeping the sidewalk before opening a shop. A young student helping a friend carry books. These moments were quiet and ordinary, but they carried kindness and responsibility. Daniel began to sense that he had been overlooking something important. He had been chasing big meaning while ignoring small purpose. In the evening, he sat alone and reflected. He thought about his own life. He remembered how his mother prepared meals every day without expecting thanks. He remembered how his co-worker stayed late to help him understand a task. He remembered how a friend once listened to him when he felt discouraged. These acts were small, but they had shaped him. He realized that his life had been supported by many quiet efforts that no one celebrated. This realization felt like guidance. He began to understand that small things are not empty. They carry value. They shape character. They build relationships. They create peace. The more he thought about it, the more he felt that what people call small may hold deeper meaning. The next day, Daniel decided to change how he approached his routine. Instead of rushing through tasks, he focused on doing them carefully. He greeted customers with patience. He organized the shelves neatly. He listened attentively when someone spoke. These were not dramatic changes, but they felt different. He began to feel satisfaction in doing ordinary things well. At first, he wondered if this mattered. No one applauded him. No one gave him recognition, but something inside him felt calm. He sensed that he was growing. He was becoming more present. He was no longer waiting for big opportunities to feel valuable. He was learning to respect small responsibilities. As weeks passed, he noticed something interesting. His relationships improved. People trusted him more. His co-workers appreciated his steady attitude. Customers felt comfortable around him. The small changes created a positive environment. Daniel began to see that small acts can create big impact over time. One evening, while walking home, he thought about the phrase that had formed his mind. What you call small, heaven calls sacred. The words felt meaningful. He realized that sacred does not always mean grand. Sacred can be quiet. Sacred can be patient. Sacred can be hidden. A kind word can be sacred. A helpful gesture can be sacred. Honest work can be sacred. This understanding changed his perspective on life. He no longer compared himself to others constantly. He focused on doing good where he was. He understood that purpose is not limited to big achievements. Purpose exists in daily choices. Each act of care, honesty, and patience contributes to something greater. He also began to treat people differently. Before, he had overlooked those who did simple work. Now he respected them. He saw dignity in effort. He appreciated the cleaner who kept the shop tidy. He thanked the delivery worker. He acknowledged the quiet contributions of others. This shift made him more humble. One day, he visited his parents. His mother was preparing dinner, as usual. He watched her and realized how many years she had done this. She never treated it as something important, but he now saw it differently. Her care had created stability for the family. Her small daily acts had shaped their lives. He thanked her sincerely. She smiled, surprised but touched. That moment felt sacred. Daniel continued living with this new mindset. He found joy in small progress. He did not stop dreaming about larger goals, but he no longer ignored the present. He understood that big change grows from small seeds. Patience became easier. Gratitude became natural. His life felt richer, even though nothing dramatic had happened. Over time, he shared this perspective with others. When friends felt discouraged, he reminded them that small efforts matter. He explained that consistent kindness builds strong relationships. He encouraged them to value daily responsibilities. He told them that meaning is not reserved for rare moments. It exists in everyday life. The more he practiced this, the deeper the lesson became. He realized that sacredness is often hidden in ordinary places. Helping someone quietly, finishing a task honestly, listening without judgment. These acts may appear small, but they carry lasting impact. They shape character and create peace. Years later, Daniel looked back on his journey. He saw that his life had grown steadily. Opportunities had come gradually. Relationships had strengthened. Confidence had increased. None of it happened suddenly. It grew from small, faithful actions. He understood that honoring small things had opened the path. He also noticed that when people chase only big moments, they often miss the beauty of daily life. They wait for special occasions to feel meaningful. But meaning is available every day. A calm morning, a helpful gesture, a moment of patience. These are quiet gifts. Daniel's story became a gentle reminder. He showed that small acts are not empty. They carry sacred values. When done with sincerity, they create change. He lived simply, but with intention. He respected every opportunity to do good, no matter how small. In the end, he understood a simple truth. What you call small may hold great importance. A small kindness can lift someone's spirit. A small effort can improve a situation. A small step can lead to growth. These things may not look impressive, but they matter deeply. The guidance of his life remained clear. Do not overlook the small. Do not rush past ordinary moments. Do not wait for grand recognition. Instead, live with care in daily actions. Respect simple responsibilities. Offer kindness without expecting praise. In doing so, life becomes meaningful. He continued walking this path with peace. He no longer searched for value only in big achievements. He found it in everyday faithfulness. He believed that heaven sees what people ignore. The quiet, patient, honest acts become sacred. And when a person learns to value them, life transforms gently.